The Mask is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Arrow Video. It can be found as a limited edition, available at your local and online retailers. I am a huge fan of this movie. It's easily one of my favorites from the 90s, and it's definitely one of my favorite Jim Carrey flicks. It came out at a time when comic book movies were a lot more rare than they are now, and it hit all the right beats for me. Of course, it's also the introduction of Cameron Diaz, and she definitely leaves an impression. The film has a perfect mixture of humor, comic book style, and just overall crazy energy. Carrey is in top form here. Honestly, if he just played the character without the special effects, it would have been just as effective. The movie is clearly tongue-in-cheek, and it knows it. I'm not too familiar with the source material, but the film tells you all you need to know, and I didn't feel lost about any lore elements. The Mask has been firmly in my watch rotation for years, and thanks to Arrow Video, spoiler alert, we have the definitive version on physical media. I give this one a high recommend. The Mask on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has an aspect ratio of 1:5:1, with native 4K resolution, and it supports both HDR10 and Dolby Vision. For a list of equipment that I use for my review, check the video description. The transfer of The Mask on 4K was given a restoration by Arrow Video from the original camera negative, which was scanned in 4K for this release and approved by director Chuck Russell. The source condition looked exceptionally clean, and grain structure was light and unmanaged. Bit rates were typically high, often peaking past the 100 mark. Image clarity is immediately noticeable, giving the picture a wonderful elevated look. I have to admit, I was very apprehensive how the special effects renderings of the time would come out here in full 4K, and I've got to say, I was surprised with the results. With the recent release of 1997's Spawn on 4K, also from Arrow, I was worried that we would have a similar situation with the digital effects, given that they're only a few years apart. On Spawn, they looked downright horrible at times within the 4K framework. With The Mask, they surprisingly looked really good for its time. Is it perfect? Of course not. But more often than not, the effects look pretty well integrated and don't stand out negatively. I suspect many will share my thoughts as well. As for the live action elements, the leveling up in detail is very, very nice. Textures show near lifelike vitality, facial features excellent depth, and even clothing are more visibly defined. I even noticed some small frays in the Mask's yellow hat in the film, a detail I never noticed previously. Even the mask itself showed more subtle nuances here. Of course, both HDR and Dolby Vision are included as per usual with Arrow Video releases, and it too offers some very noteworthy enhancements. The palette is dripping with comic book looking visuals, and the grading showcases this impressively. Yellows, greens, blues each show intense boldness, especially whenever the Mask himself is on screen. The neon lighting, look how the methane gas highlights the sky of Edge City, and other stylistic locales are often quite striking in appearance. As for black levels, this too produces a satisfying visual boost. Night scenes and dimly lit interiors look solid, and there were no issues of black crush seen. The Mask on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray supports a Dolby Atmos audio mix, which of course folds down to a Dolby True HD 7.1. There is also a DTS 5.1 and 2.0 track available. Just as impressive as the visual upgrade is, the 4K of The Mask also supports a new Dolby Atmos track, and this is every bit as satisfying. The soundstage is opened up considerably with the additional speaker real estate, and during the crazy antics of the Mask throughout the film, the surround environment is used to great effect. Heights are often used during chaotic moments, with some occasionally clever use of panning effects. They even push through with the film's score and music sequences. The same goes for mid-level and rears. When the film's action kicks in, it's often immersive and entertaining in their delivery. Once again, score and music make for a good show. In-film dialogue is clear, with no issues, and the fronts complement the center channel nicely. The low end has a good bit of heft to it, which I feel is juiced up just a little bit more than the old Blu-ray track. Impacts carry some weight for the era-specific sound design, and the LFE won't rattle any walls or wake the neighbors, but it does provide some good presence. Arrow Video has provided a really solid amount of new and legacy extras included for this release. For starters, there are 2 audio commentaries, one with the film's director. There are a lot of behind-the-scenes interviews also included, many of which are brand new and exclusive to Arrow Video. And one of the more informative ones runs about 20 minutes with the film's director. He offers some good insights and retrospective about his time making the film. There are many additional features also included. The one I found the most interesting was about the special effects and use of green screen for the film. There are some sit-down interviews with the various cast and crew, though of course we don't see anything from Jim Carrey or Cameron Diaz, which is unfortunate but not unexpected. There are plenty of archival bonus features also included, which you may or may not have seen previously, but are welcome to be included with this set. For the picture quality, I'm going to give The Mask on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray an A+. In my opinion, this is one of Arrow Video's best looking 4K transfers of 2025 hands down. The movie is vibrant with color, and it's nicely accentuated with Dolby Vision. And the 4K resolution bump surprisingly doesn't make the era-specific special effects out of place. I am overly pleased with how this one turned out. For the audio, I scored this one an A. The 4K's Dolby Atmos track is a wonderful addition and perfectly complements the visual experience. The additional output from the high channels and surround speakers offers some wonderfully playful and immersive elements throughout the film's runtime. This too is also one of the better catalog audio tracks of the year. And for the extras, I graded them an A. Arrow Video is certainly known for putting out some of the best supplement materials on physical media, and this continues with The Mask. There is a healthy amount of both new and legacy content included, which will be very satisfying for any fans of the film. So that was my review of The Mask on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray from Arrow Video. If you're interested in picking up a copy for yourself, I will leave a direct Amazon link in the comment section, but if you have the disc already, let us know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.